Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Alan Wake here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. A game which I cherish deeply. It's a game which made me start utilizing the YouTube platform all those years back to watch playthroughs and to start looking into more content created by people like me who love video games. And because the sequel is announced for this year, maybe it will be postponed, maybe not. I think it's the right time to take a look at this amazing game which utilizes the fight between light and darkness, where they actually take it quite literally, as the light is the weapon that you use in order to defeat your enemies. So now we jump back 3 years, back in New York. Alan is with his wife in their apartment, and we're gonna go and make some coffee because, I don't know, people love coffee. They have a lovely apartment, and that is one handsome fella. I don't even want to know what is the cost of rent for an apartment of this size, because I have seen some videos of like how people live and how much the rent is in New York, and I've been to New York twice, and holy fudge, I've never stayed in anything this large, and the rent was much more than I anticipated.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Ooh, TV. Nice. Beautiful photos. Beautiful.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really? These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Why is your fuse box exposed?
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head. I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
This is what retirement should be. You being able to enjoy some sort of hobby. This is what I'm kind of jealous of my dad, that he has a hobby, which involves him going out there and fishing.
Go down the corridor.
That's a beautiful fish. By the way, I did recently 100 days, well, 78 days in the dredge, so if you're a fan of fishing, I don't know, maybe go check it out. Have you seen this man? That's a lot of missing guys.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Let's see if we can explore the station before. Because, you know, thermoses and all that jazz.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, well, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
There's something over here.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station.
And there's the manuscript page. So if we want to read those, again, it's kind of hard for me to determine which one is for the second chapter and when is it picked up, because I'm already working with a game that has been in my Steam library for ages. There was an Epic Store game sale for Alan Wake Remastered, but that game was so graphically glitchy, I just could not stand it. It was just absolutely horrible. I don't know what was causing all the graphical glitches. I had to get the game refunded, so that sucks. But I'm sure we will manage just fine. So let's go pick up that phone.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Talk to the sheriff. And talk to Barry.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I help you
Don't
with
do
anything?
nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Seriously, you wouldn't even check with the sheriff?
It's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Is there a light?
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
There's the radio.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
I don't want to stay and listen to the music just in case I'll have to mute portion of the video. The first episode I had to like mute 3 portions of the video because it just claimed that there's like a copyright issue, and unfortunately because I'm playing the older game, I don't really have the benefit of like getting the streamer mode over here. I'm not even sure if the remaster has that, to be honest.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Okay.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
That's the driver's license.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Let's head in. You see, there's now a new manuscript page. And something has happened to the guy.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. but I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you.
Beautiful mammoth statue. Beautiful.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
I really hope he's gonna be somehow implemented into the sequel. Really like him. There are some really fun sequences with him. Cannot leave through there, so I need to go to the balcony.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
I think it's that blue paper.
You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I just hope he's gonna, like, prepare for the trip and take some flashlight and ammunition and stuff like
I
that.
think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
So from this point forward, we're gonna have to be careful.
Finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little worried.
Bear
We got a
traps.
bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Okay, so let's head out. There's gonna be even driving in this game. That's fun. It's gonna be in the later stages, but there's gonna be a short driving sequence too.
It's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
This is a lovely cabin.
I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
This is a beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. The lights should be on, so we're gonna keep them on. And this is where we were running to, I believe, in that nightmare we had. It looks familiar. And the crows are already here.
Here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al.
And here we have a manuscript page.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Really wish there was like an easier way to return to the game. But it is what it is.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
So there's more cabins along the way. There's even light, but it's flickering. Crows are here. And so once again, exploration, highly advised.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Oh.
No plan. really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Yep, that's true. That's why I never, like, really got into any competitive games, too. I just feel like it would lose the magic of the game because you are turning it into a job, and the grind can be quite weird. And I'm a guy who likes to switch games and experience different things. So doing one thing constantly when it comes to playing video games, I don't know, it's like a mood. It's like a phase almost. I really appreciate the game, and I really appreciate that first moment when I pick up a title and I'm able to experience it. But if I would have to put in, let's say, 2,000 hours into a game, and then keep grinding the same game over and over again, let's say we would take, I don't know, StarCraft or other games. You have to follow certain patterns or certain builds in order to ensure that you are going to be successful against the opposition. If you deviate from these paths, it's more likely that you are not going to succeed, and that takes the creativity and the fun out of it for me. So that's why I never really got into it, but I absolutely understand why people can enjoy competitive gaming, and I totally understand it. And it must be really interesting if you were able to pay your bills by doing something like that. So that's something that I find interesting as well. But it's never been truly for me. I do enjoy the journey. I do enjoy the storytelling. I do enjoy the experience of the video game. But turning it into a job... Speaking of, like, sure, I'm literally trying to turn this into something, possibly. But it's never been about, like, making millions. If I can have a comfortable life and experience these things and share fun content with you, I would be ecstatic. Ecstatic, I tell you. Okay, so something obviously happened in here, and the TV should turn on.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure.
There's an achievement if you watch all these TV shows.
Punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode. The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
I really hope they're gonna bring this back. Because this literally can make chills run up your spine. Okay. So we know that the darkness is around. But we have to watch out. I'm playing this on Nightmare difficulty. And we're gonna have the bear traps to deal with as well. Manuscript page, but if we run up here, there's either like a thermos, a manuscript page, or something. Exploration in these games always is rewarded. Keep that in mind. This is like taken from Resident Evil 4 and all these other titles, so...
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Yeah, Rusty got friend-zoned. Give the video a like if you've ever been friend-zoned. Well, I should give it the like then myself. Not really thrilled about it, but it's a tough life.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Foreshadowing much? I would really prefer to have some rifle, but pistol will do.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Yep, I'll be right there. Yep. Coming.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Okay, let's go help Rusty.
Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
I'm checking the kitchen because I could swear that there's supposed to be something in here. But we're gonna have some enemies on our hands soon, if I recall correctly. Something is not gonna like.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
What I'm trying to do here. And I took Rusty's revolver, so he's now totally screwed.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
There's some ammo. Some batteries.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with blue patches. Darkness.
Okay, I have to be careful here because lots of things are happening. We're not gonna be alone. So focusing the flashlight drains the battery faster. And because we are in the nightmare difficulty, it takes more rounds to kill the possessed enemies. I want to clear out the gunk so I don't accidentally step into it. It takes a while to just get rid of this little stuff. The dog should be okay? No.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
I think it took the damn dog.
Don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted for those persons who
purchase a park
fishing
license, obey.
The park rangers instructions
At all times.
To be careful with these specially possessed.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other closer than
25 yards.
Pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your
pet unattended.
It is
against the law
to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park.
Still protected. And hence he's still so fast.
Or even simple berries.
It's gonna take a few more rounds. That took way too many rounds. Unfortunately for me, ammo. I have to be careful with the batteries here. Keep watching your 6. Sorry. Unfortunately, Bear was not here to witness this. The light cleanses us. The light protects us.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Now, I wasn't sure if that's a pyramid of cans which you need to shoot in order to get another achievement.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
And yet we have to keep running deeper into the woods. But maybe, just maybe, there's a flare gun. Or maybe there's just a pack of batteries. Energizer. What a commercial. Man, I'm so looking forward to the sequel. I just... One thing which I recall about Remedy is that when they release a game, which does not happen that often, they actually do make sure that the game is functional. So that is why Control, for example, was used as a benchmark for a lot of brand new generations of processors and graphics cards, because the game was just working.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Never know what's gonna be the thumbnail, and there is a cache of loot in this really dark place at the far end of the cave, where a lot of darkness is looming, a lot of danger is waiting. But there's a rifle, so it's worth it. Or a shotgun. The issue is, we have only 2 rounds, but we do have a new weapon. I'm gonna keep the shotgun for the more dangerous encounters, when the guys are gonna get like really up close and personal. Other than that, the revolver does well. It does take 5 rounds out of a 6-round cylinder, so you do have to reload, but still, it can protect you, it can kill the enemy, and you will be able to survive. Unless they ambush you like this. Yeah, I heard the footsteps. Oh, crap. So unfortunately, I did get hit by that axe, but we can make it. I still believe. I want to go and explore, despite the fact that I need to go that way, because I have never found all the manuscripts, and there can be potentially something.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Well, at least he never was afraid that Barry would try to take Alice away from him. Because if you're being a total dick because you cannot write or something, and that stuff can get to you mentally. If you cannot perform the task for which you are making your living with, for which you are known for which you are able to provide with, it does get to you mentally. So I absolutely understand. Trying to get back to the path, because the darkness is coming, and that means more enemies are gonna definitely show up. So if we reach the light, we have some slight higher chance of survival. This is what the game does so well. The atmosphere, it just sucks you in. The safety of the light pulls you in, gives you hope, gives you a goal to reach, to keep pushing forwards. Just really hope all this music is not licensed or there will be hell to pay. Hell to pay, Remedy, I tell you. There's gonna be guy coming out from that stomp. But when you play this for the first time, it's a jump scare. Woof. That's a big fella. Gotta be careful about those. I see you there. There's two of them. If they try to throw something, you can like focus the flashlight. Which will give you some room to breathe. But you still gotta be careful. And we still have to watch out for the bear traps. Crap. Careful. I don't see the other one. Crap, we're out of pistol ammo. Okay, we have to haul ass. I don't want to use up the bullets, because if I do, I'm absolutely screwed. So we're running for the lights. At least I got the warning so I can hold them back with the flashlight. Once I reach the light, I'm safe. Crap, the lights went off. Okay, let's reload. Headshots don't, I think, do some sort of critical damage or something. And you have to deal with these guys because I don't know how to stop the animation. or the action to turn on the power generator in like 2 hits and you're dead. So that's what happened to me on the previous episode. And that's why I don't count it as actually getting killed by like skilled enemy. It was just BS. I wasn't able to interact or stop the interaction.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
But does that mean that somewhere in here, specifically, is the signal? The ammo cache? Or is it once again just foreshadowing what's to come? Crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I have only 3 rounds of pistol bullets. That's not good. So probably trying to avoid combat would be advised. I unfortunately did fire 1 shot by accident because I'm a knucklehead. And I can tell you right now, there's gonna be something waiting for us. You can just know that. You have that feeling in the back of your head that there's just gonna be some danger looking around. I would really kill for that cache of ammo and stuff. A bunch of knuckleheads. The thing is, if you like want to get rid of some of these guys, you can like go back, and as they follow after you, once you reach the light, they should disappear, but eventually they will respawn. So I haven't really fixed the issue. They're just not gonna be here. They're gonna be a little bit further away. And there's a whole lot of them. And now I'm not really sure what the hell happened there. They're gonna be back. One of the knuckleheads even like ran into the lights. Does not seem like he got killed though. I'm not sure how to bypass them. With the lack of ammunition, they're gonna be there. So I'll just have to... Fuck! That dude almost killed me. Come on. Come on now. Come on. One round. Come on. Fudge. Fucking hell. I got killed. I need more ammo. I have 12 rounds of pistol ammunition. If I'll be able to bypass these knuckleheads, it will be more safe for me. But because of the various types of attacks... What the hell? Hey, what the shit? He literally got no. Okay, that's bullshit. He literally got stuck on nothing, and I wasn't able to go through. That's BS. That's total BS. I'll just try to rush through. Come on, no, no, that's bullshit. Okay, goddammit, I have to kill these dumbasses somehow. Even though I'm not really finding this entertaining. I at least removed the shield from one of them. How many of you goddammit are there? Crap. It's freaking projectiles. Seriously? I'm out of ammo now. I need to get here, get the lights, no ammo. I'm not really sure if I can go all the way back to the cabin where we fought the possessed groundskeeper, or what's his name. So I'll just try to run through these knuckleheads. Come on, Alan. Stop pissing me off. If you will not make it this time, I will get really mad. I'm able to keep the distance. Okay, this time I think I'll make it. But I'm out of any freaking ammo. Which is not fun at all. And it seems like this path is blocked. Almost. Please, for the love of God, let there be some cache of ammo.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Okay, we're gonna have to go through here, but I want to just make sure there's no ammo for me to pick up potentially around here, because I'm absolutely screwed. If I will not be able to defend myself, it's not gonna be fun. Anything, anywhere. That's a big trunk. It even shows the years, like when the tree started growing, and I'm dead. I'm gonna have to manage somehow. Oh, come on. There was like a freaking tree in the way. Knock it the hell off. I don't recall running into this trouble, but with the tougher enemies having higher HP, yeah, it's more likely you're gonna run out of ammunition. And we're gonna have to deal with the crows, which is no fun on its own. I seriously need some sort of pistol ammo. I'm not sure if I missed any loot drop or if I just keep spraying and praying. But the ammo can run out quite easily. Luckily, I do still have at least batteries. So they are able to give me some form of defense. I did not see where the crows came from.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
I hear them. So the flare works in an interesting way, where whatever moves too close will have the darkness sucked out of it, but you need to make sure to either hold it and not let go. It's not as effective as the flare gun. Especially if I get hit by God knows what out of nowhere. But you can drop the flare and it will form like a temporary defensive line. I have to get close and use the flare in order to drain the darkness. If I do so, then he can actually defeat them. But I have only limited amount of these things. So I have to make sure that the darkness is drained. Now, he's able to defeat them. Terrible aim. How many bullets do you have, man?
Lover's Peak, right up these stairs, Wake.
It's blocked.
Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
And more of them are coming. I have one last flare.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
This is not gonna work well.
Just a little longer. I almost got it.
We're so screwed here.
It's open. Move it loose.
Oh, you're feeling better now, Wake. All cozy and safe. Come on. Only sissies are afraid of the dark. Wake, where'd that one go?
They're gonna be back.
They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming! That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. What I got for ya?
Come on, shoot them. I had to duck underneath the axe. You have terrible aim. At this range, that should not be the case. Where the hell did you knuckleheads come from? They're not done. I think I just used accidentally 2 flares. Shit. That one shot and I'm dead. That's bullshit. I didn't get any warning about that one fucker
Fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me
sneaking up on me.
They're coming. That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
4 flares. That's all we got. Please shoot the one on the other side. You're horrible. That's what's getting me killed.
Filthy monster.
You can't hit shit. Where do you suddenly appear out of? And this guy is literally next to you and you don't shoot him. And I'm just waiting for the big fella to appear out of fucking nowhere.
This is a piece of cake, Wake. That's right.
Come on, let's drain the darkness. It takes way too long for the flare to do its damn job. Let's try to drain the darkness from the large one. Where is this knucklehead? I really don't want to repeat this whole sequence again. But I might have to due to the stupidity of the AI that's put in there to protect me. Since you are attacking the wrong possessed. One charge, one axe, and I'm dead. We're battling at two fronts because the idiot is refusing to do its damn job. God damn it, that was tough.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
So this
He had
is...
Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
So this is where we're gonna cut off the episode. So we were able to reach the Lover's Peak, and there was the guy who was on board of the ship that brought us to Bright Falls, and it seems like they might have taken Alice. So who knows what happened in that week? Well, we already know, but just for the hell of it, let's pretend like we don't. And with that said, I want to thank you all for tuning in for the next episode. And if you want to see more fun content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I usually publish content like 5 videos per week at least. And this gives me time to work on other projects like 100 Days in Video Games, comparison series. I haven't done early access reviews because I have been avoiding games in early access lately because I have had some pretty bad experience with them. So they did not feel like they were finished and just rushed. So yeah. But other than that, thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you when Alan Wake 2 will be released so that we can go through that game together. Thank you all, and bye-bye.